Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Ooni Of Ife is rumored to have been very, very upset once again with Olori Naomi over the fact that Naomi stood him up once again. Now, yesterday, Ooni Of Ife made a trip to Nsukka, and he went on that trip because in Nsukka they would be having a convocation in the university. And they said this trip, Queen Naomi was scheduled to go for the trip with the Ooni of Ife, but she declined. Like Ooni of Ife waited and waited, and Naomi did not show up for the trip. But here is the gist from what we are hearing. You do know that before the year started, like in December, you kept hearing something like Ooni of Ife swore that Queen Naomi was never going to that he was never going to start the new year without Olori Naomi. And he did everything within his power to ensure that that happened. And, it did not happen. And Naomi's expectations were very high at that time as well. And for Dr. Lizzie, who has been the one in charge of the schedule, they said around November, December, they started preparing 2024 schedule for the Ooni of Ife. And most of the schedule for the Ooni of Ife carried Olori Naomi because they were very sure that they had concluded arrangement for Naomi to return back into the palace. But due to unforeseen circumstances, Naomi did not return back to the palace. And right now we are already in May, Naomi is not in the palace. And so now most times, Ooni would now look back to the schedule and expect that Queen Naomi would be there. And Queen Naomi would not want to come because Queen Naomi does not feel proud putting herself out there as, one of these women. The women are still there. The last time we checked, we heard that their things have been moved from what we are hearing. But of course, they are still all over the place. And the cause is not clear yet. If it's clear, I think everybody would have known, okay? Moving their things, and they are still coming in and going as please, coming in and going. This one is speaking that one is speaking that. Does not, show any respect for Queen Naomi. And so Queen Naomi is not ready to come until everything is clear and, officially she can return back to the palace. So when it was time for this trip, I don't know how Queen Naomi communicates with the husband that she does not make it, known to the man early enough that she will not be coming. It's like most times she just does not deal with it, like she allows it to be. I'm thinking Kabiesi knows that I will not come already, so there's no need to further explain this to him. But they said this time Kabiesi got really upset, and a lot of people who are talking to Queen Naomi are telling Queen Naomi to brace up and begin to take her responsibilities with pride and not sit back there while Kabiesi is trying to fix them. It does seem as if she is, willing to estrange herself further from the king. But the truth remains that Naomi has made one point clear from the very beginning. I feel like Kabiesi is the one who brought this upon themselves and their relationship. That is, if everything we hear is right. Right now, Kabiesi does not expect Naomi to just jump into this drama and begin to swim. We have heard about a lot of things that are happening in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, and that is if all of this information we get is the truth. We heard about the missing pot, we heard about the artifact, we heard about the fight between Olori Ife and Olori Toby. We heard all of this. I did not report the fight between Olori Ife and Olori Toby because I didn't get it from the sources where I used to get my gist. But we've heard about everything. We've heard about, the whistling in the palace. For the Yoruba people, they say whistling is a very serious taboo and all of that. And who would, expect Naomi to come in there and bring her son to a place where she knows is not safe? And I think this is where Kabiesi needs to give Naomi some accolade. I understand what the girl is afraid of. Like, she may not necessarily be afraid, but she knows that this fiasco is just too much and it's not something she is ready to go through with. So right now, they said the fact that she stood Kabiesi up made the man so angry that Kabiesi was not supposed to go with any of his Oloris, but he had to sort out himself by taking one of the Oloris, who are, the Oloris. Oloris are already very, very upset because of the things that are happening in the palace, the fact that they are insisting that they cannot stay in the palace. There's bad news all over the place. There don't seem to be any form of happiness or anything. Everything is scattered. I want to believe that this was where the elders wanted Ooni of Ife to be in the first place, and they got him exactly where they had always wanted him to be. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dela Ram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the source. Is still on the Royals. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you so much. I love you. Thank you, Esheo Adukbeo. Thank you, my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I love you so much. We have heard about the gbasgbos that is happening in the palace right now between Olori Naomi and the Ooni of Ife, that Ooni is very upset that Naomi disappointed him, that he was supposed to go to Ife with Naomi, and Naomi stood the Ooni of Ife up. And Naomi's excuse is that she does not want to begin to start what she cannot finish. That Kabiesi has given her his word to clear up everything, that June is just by the corner. If Kabiesi is ready to clear up things, Kabiesi must go ahead and do what he needs to do. But if Kabiesi is waiting for her, Olori Naomi to come back to that palace with the way things are right now, or to come and be coming and going, that it will not happen again. And they said Kabiesi now got upset and said to Naomi that he himself will stop sending, people to go have meetings with Naomi in Akure, that Akure is not the palace of the Ooni of Ife, that anybody who wants to have a meeting with Queen Naomi will have to come to Ile-Ife and have meetings with those people, that he will not allow that happen again. It's because he's giving Queen Naomi too many, privileges to do as she pleases. And it's the reason why Queen Naomi feels that, she can stand him up. That Kabiesi was very, very upset. And the entire time Queen Naomi was basically begging and trying to make Kabiesi understand her plight, which Kabiesi refused to understand. They said at some point, the father to the Ooni of Ife had to intervene, explaining things to the Ooni of Ife, that Ooni of Ife needs to understand Queen Naomi, understand that Queen Naomi is not, comfortable with the situation of things, and that there will be no need to try and force Queen Naomi to put herself in that situation which she is not proud of. That Kabiesi needs to know that the only thing that Queen Naomi is trying to avoid is to be sure that she's not counted among these plenty women, because that was not her bargain from the very beginning. She had asked Ooni of Ife if Ooni of Ife was going to go into polygamy. Ooni of Ife declined and said that was not his thing. And Naomi agreed to marry the Ooni of Ife. Right now, she has adjusted a great deal, and Ooni of Ife needs to understand that Naomi has adjusted and allow Naomi come when she wants to come, because they said Naomi is returning back to the palace in June. At least that is what we are hearing, as it is alleged. And so I'm going to bring you more update on this as I get more information I bring to you. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.